Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz is already having a really bad week, and it's only Wednesday morning. So far, there's been two major developments, stories really, that broke that really paint a bad picture for Matt Gaetz and his future in the Republican Party. The first one was the fact that federal authorities are trying to get Joel Greenberg, the indicted South Florida former politician facing 33 counts. Feds are trying to get him to flip. They're also trying to get one of Matt Gaetz' ex-girlfriends, who also happens to be a former staffer with Congress, trying to get her to flip. She's the one who had expressed concerns earlier via text messages, where she was confiding with her family and friends that she could be charged with obstruction of justice. So if she is afraid of that happening, they might be able to get her to flip and say, listen, we can make obstruction go away. You just got to tell us what we need to know. So that was the first really, really bad thing for Matt Gaetz. And let's not forget, by the way, Saturday's the deadline. This coming Saturday is the deadline for Greenberg, at least, to decide whether or not he's going to cooperate and flip on Matt Gaetz. Second story came out late last night from the Daily Beast, where they talked to a dozen women who Joel Greenberg had basically, I guess you'd say, employed to have sex with Greenberg and potentially other individuals, although the women were only talking about Greenberg. None of them, by the way, implicated Matt Gaetz. But the women who were alleged to have had relationships with Matt Gaetz refused to talk to the Daily Beast, so that's quite important. Now, here's the thing. This news story from the Daily Beast puts more pressure on Greenberg, tying back to that first, piece of bad news for Gaetz this week. Greenberg may or may not flip. The more bad news that comes out about Greenberg, the worse it is for Matt Gaetz, because it makes it more likely for Greenberg to want to cooperate with the feds. Not to mention, during this story, it was confirmed, the Daily Beast story, that these women admitted they were plied with drugs and cash in exchange for sexual favors. Now, most of the women say that, yes, this was consensual. They agreed to it. A few of them did describe the experiences as traumatic. Two of them, I believe, have said, they're seeking therapy to try to overcome what happened. So there was a little bit of coercion, but none of them at this point are accusing anyone of assault. So that's also important. So according to the women the Daily Beast spoke to, there's no assault involved. It was consensual, albeit traumatic for some of the individuals. They also confirmed that they were paid via Venmo, the same cash app that Matt Gaetz was using to pay Joel Greenberg, especially when he sent the message, hit up blank, and the blank was a nickname for the girl who turns out to have been 17, not 18. So yes, all of this does tie back to Matt Gaetz. All of this is very bad for him, especially with that deadline coming up in just 3 days for Greenberg. Greenberg's gonna flip. Guy really has no choice, because he has nothing to gain from keeping silent. He knows that Matt Gaetz was one of the people who made sure he didn't get a pardon, according to Roger Stone and the conversation Stone had with Greenberg. So Greenberg should have an axe to grind with Matt Gaetz. Greenberg's, again, looking at 33 different counts, some of them including trafficking. So that guy would be willing to do whatever it takes to reduce his prison sentence. And at this point, the only thing that's going to get that sentence reduced is to start naming names, providing evidence, and flipping, most importantly, on Matt Gaetz. Oh, and by the way, one other thing the Daily Beast story mentioned was the little fake ID scam that Greenberg was running, where he would actually go to the DMV, pick up a lot of discarded IDs that people turn in when they get new ones, and then he would give those out to the girls. Matt Gaetz actually toured the office where all the IDs were laying around too. So there's that as well. Good luck, Matt. You can keep pretending publicly that nothing bad is happening to you, but I know behind the scenes, you've got to be wetting yourself because this is getting much, much worse for you. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for fresh content every single day of the week. Just smash that subscribe button, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video.